Today is all about making your goals. What is it that you want to do? You've got a long life to live. So, after healing your multiple sclerosis, what is it that you're going to do? If you're retired, do you want to travel more? Do you want to be able to put on your sneakers and go for a jog? Do you want to go traveling to Europe where there's a lot of stairs, but a lot of connection and beauty there? Do you miss hiking? I want you to make goals for yourself because healing is absolutely possible whether you're in a wheelchair or not. And you are more powerful than you think. For those of you that do have multiple sclerosis, I want you to start thinking of your not New Year's resolutions, what your goals are for 2026, because you have a long life to live. You've got things you want to do. You've got dreams you want to pursue. You've got people to meet. You got places to go. I want you to start writing down what you want to do next year. And whether you're in a wheelchair or not, when you write down on paper what you really want to accomplish, you've got a 50% chance, a better chance that you're going to accomplish those goals. And I'm coaching a couple of people right now who don't really walk, not very well. And their goal is to walk normally again. And it's going to happen. It takes time, but they're going to have to push themselves. So, for instance, I'm helping an older lady in her 70s, and she's totally capable of walking normally again. And half of this is mindset. And those of you who haven't walked normally for a while, it's definitely a mindset, because then you think, what kind of person is that? I've been handicapped this way for so long. I don't know how to think out of the box and how to think that I'm ever going to start walking normally again. But I want you to know that you can do it. And when your nutrition is in place, once you've been eating the right things for at least 6-7 weeks, you're going to start getting your energy back. And then you're going to want to start moving more. So here's some examples. So like I said, I'm working with a 70-year-old lady right now, and her movement is limited, and I'm having her do leg exercises in bed. So what I'm really having her focus on is doing all these different leg exercises in bed and also out of bed as much as she can. Doing marching in place. She can raise her legs up to her hips. So I'm having her do that as many times as she can before she gets tired. And I've given her a lot of different leg exercises along with, arms and core. And she can do these, but she knows that she's going to have to strengthen especially her leg muscles, so that she's going to be able to walk normally again one day. And it's going to happen. She knows it's going to happen. And my job is to keep pushing her and getting her out of her comfort zone a little bit more every time we talk. We talk once a week, just like I do with everybody else. And I said, how long is it from your front door to your mailbox? And she said, it's quite a ways. But I said, how about this? She's living with her grandson. She can hold his hand and he can help her walk to the mailbox and back. I think she said it's about between 60 and 90 feet away. But if she can do this once, great. If she can keep doing this, it's going to help her raise her confidence. And when she keeps doing it, she's going to be ready for the next challenge. She's actually been proud of herself because she was able to walk into the shower without her walker and just do her typical daily things that a lot of us take for granted. And she was proud of herself as well for being able to cook for herself and standing in the kitchen and cutting her vegetables and cooking her meals without any assistance. This was a big win for her. Now, I also asked her, I said, how many times a day do you get out of the house? And it's rare that she gets out of the house. She's living in a cute little condo. And I told her, I said, I want you to go outside and get sunshine on your face every day if you can. If there's a front bench outside your front door, I want you to sit out there and get sunshine on your face because it's really important. We need sun. Sun is healing. Not only are we getting vitamin D, we're getting energy from the sun as well. And I also want her to get outside to breathe fresh air, get out in nature. I said, when was the last time you went to a park? And it'd been a while. And so I gave her some homework. I said, and her grandson helps her out quite a bit. I said, maybe give your grandson a $20 bill and ask him for an hour of his time, have him drive you to the nearest park, have him help you to walk to a park bench and just sit there, enjoy nature. You need to get out in nature. You need to get out of your daily habit of just being at home all the time and not getting outside. We have to get outside. And this is another thing that I've challenged another 60-year-old client of mine. And I'm giving them both homework of getting outside at least once a day to get sunshine and to breathe fresh air. And then I'm also having them write down their goals for 2026. And the 60-year-old male, I said, I want you to think of, what do you want to do in a year from now? What do you want to do 6 months from now? If you could walk normal, what would you be doing? He goes, well, I'd like to go back to Cancun. I said, great, get it on your schedule. Make it a goal that you're going to be walking, if not normally, very close to normal in the fall of 2026 so that you'll be able to go to Cancun and you're going to have a wonderful time. And in the meantime, he's doing lots of different leg exercises, core and arms. And both of these clients are also doing standing exercises. So I'm having them stand for 5 to 10 to 20 minutes at a time. And this is a great balance exercise for anybody out there. And then my gal who's 70, she's in a smaller condo, but I said, how many feet is it from your sofa to your kitchen? And so I'm having her walk to her kitchen, back to her sofa, back to the kitchen, back to the sofa. One time is one way, right? So I'm having her do this 10 times. So one time to the kitchen, one time to the sofa, that's 2. Small exercises will get you on your path to walking normal again. But I'm getting these people out of their comfort zones and I'm expanding their mind and telling them that anything is possible, but it's going to take some work. You've got to have the desire to push forward and to keep doing these exercises so that you will be walking normal again. It's possible. So I'm having both of them give me some homework for the new year to let me know what their goals are for 2026. And I think it's a great idea for you all as well, depending on what stage you're in. Maybe you're walking okay. And if you are, congratulations. Maybe you never got to the point where you have developed drop foot or any motor skill exercises having to do with your legs. But if you've got other things going on, if you have brain fog, fatigue, if you have numbness, for example, or if you have a blind spot or any kind of eye issues, know that you can heal everything. I want you to write goals for yourself. And not only goals, I want these to be to-dos. I don't want it to be a maybe or I hope this is going to happen. I want you to know it's going to happen, but you've got to put the work in. You've got to eat the right foods. You got to do your exercises. You got to get outside. You got to get out in nature. You got to get sunlight on your body. You got to heal any past traumas that you have. You've got to start making great connections with people if you don't have the right support system, because there's a lot of wonderful people out there that want to support you. You got to start drinking more water. You got to start drinking your green smoothies. And there's a lot of different healing modalities out there, but I am their health coach. I am helping them get to where they want to go, but I'm pushing their boundaries a little bit. So if you have goals, know that you've got to push yourself a little bit to get to where you want to be. What hobbies do you want to pursue? What travel goals do you have? You can do anything that you want. It's all up to you. That's the thing. I can't heal you. All I can do is tell you what to do to get there. And you've got the power. I want anyone listening to this to get out of victimhood if you are there, because that is not a healthy place to be, number one. And number two, getting into gratitude, knowing where you are today and knowing all the things that you have and the people that you love in your life. I want you to feel a deep gratitude for that. But then I also want you to keep pushing yourself forward and doing things that you're not used to doing so that you can get back on the road to health. Get back to the person that you once were, because it's absolutely possible. I hope this has all helped you today. I want to say Happy New Year to all of you. And I think 2026 is going to be a wonderful year. So until next time, enjoy the celebrations.